but in actual practice in our homes, in our schools, at the workplaces. So let's not ask youth to carry the weight of broken systems. Let's co-create a system that helps them feel balanced, brave, and deeply and digitally well.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Vandana. That was a perfect segue into our question. So, how is digital overexposure affecting emotional resilience, attention spans, and mental health, particularly among children in low-resource schools? Is it working? Either one of you can answer.
Okay. In low-resource schools, yeah. So I think from that perspective, we need to consider, digital wellness and digital literacy, across our schooling systems, in all our countries from that perspective. So, how do we inculcate like new literacy systems that don't have this need for reliance on digital tools from that perspective, and returning more to knowledge systems that are rooted in indigenous knowledge and thinking from that perspective, and just helping our kids learn the skills of it's okay to go out there and learn from nature from that perspective.
Yeah, maybe coming from the electronic waste perspective, remember we have our 3 R's in recycling, and that is repair, reuse, and recycle. So maybe for schools in the homes that might not afford the very good gadgets, we consider repair and refurb. Actually, at We Center, we are very intentional on that. So some of the organizations we work with, and especially in the financial institutions, when they do an upgrade of gadgets, so for example, we received about 1,000 gadgets, and then what the institution said is, please check whatever is working, would be good to do some CSR. So we found out about 100 of them were actually could be refurbished and reused, and they were actually used, they were taken to some 2-3 schools, I think Samburu and Machakos, where they were used now by the school as ICT labs. So those are some of the things that we want to consider, that as you're grading your gadgets, whether at an organizational level or a personal level, please think how you can pass that gadget to someone else. So that it is not a throwaway kind of a situation. So that would totally help, another person. Secondly is we are also very intentional about creating green jobs. We are currently also working with, I remember the last cohort was about 600 youths, and we are also very intentional with the women around the key slums, and we give them skills around dismantling some of those gadgets. So having created very good skills with some of the repairers. So we have so many repairers, like if you walk around Nairobi and some of the other areas, just urban areas, you find because of how people are buying gadgets, and they have very short lifespan, a lot of them, and now that we're even going into solar. So there are a lot of these equipments coming in. So repairers have found opportunities there. So when gadgets are not working, they'll take them to the repairers. But some of these repairers don't have the skills. So they probably just found themselves and now they're learning. So what we've done is create a program where we are able to teach them how to repair safely, have the right gadgets. If it is being able to harvest parts from some of the other gadgets, and then you're able to get good quality equipments. So these are some of the things that even as you look at the underprivileged communities, how they can gain from it and earn a living. Actually, we have very good, impactful data to show, people who are able to earn a living from that. We have women who are able to collect electronic waste. I know there's a lot of discussion around some of the circuit boards that we get from the electronic waste. So right now we have also programs we are able to buy from them, so they can go and collect and we buy from them. So you can actually earn a living out of repair, because of, again, we've said this is a demand that is there. People are moving into techie, and those devices now has created, the faulty devices has created a whole revenue stream for people to look into, whether it is being able to repair the same or what to do with the dead items.